Who is a true American?
What I think of as a true American is somebody who's a citizen of this country and loves this country. A citizen doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who was born here, but somebody who came to this country, chose to live here, and decided to become a citizen.
What does American identity mean to you?
American identity, I think, means to identify with all the things that America is known for being great. Part of that is the opportunities that we're allowed to pursue, some of the freedoms that we're allowed to have, but also some of the bad parts that come with it too. Our history's been filled with good things, a lot of good things, but some bad things too. And we have to take the good with the bad, and that's part of our American identity as well.
Do you identify as American? And if not, what do you identify as?
I absolutely identify as an American. I am several generations removed from immigrant ancestors, so I absolutely identify as American. I was born in this country, and I'm proud to live here, and I'm proud to be an American.
Okay. In what ways do Americans shape your identity?
In what ways do Americans shape my identity?
Yeah, as a general society.
As general society? Wow, that's an interesting question. I never really thought about that one. I think Americans come from all walks of life, and we consider ourselves the melting pot. So I think Americans from all different backgrounds can influence our lives in a lot of different ways. I am mostly European American. To talk a little bit about my family history, I'll throw that in now instead of later. I have several different nationalities: Irish, English, French, German, Swedish, and Scottish. And I married into a Mexican-American family. So combining the two, I think all the different cultures in America help influence us and our American identity.
Okay. Now, what does the concept of the American dream influence? How does the concept of the American dream influence your identity?
I think the concept of the American dream means that no matter what background we come from, we always have the opportunity to make a better life for ourselves and for our families. And I think that's why a lot of people choose to come to this country. Our population continues to grow, not necessarily because of people having more children, but because of a lot of immigrants that choose to come here. And in my job, I work with a lot of the immigrants that come to this country that choose to make a better life for themselves. That's why they come here, and they choose to start their own businesses here, and I try to help their businesses grow. And I think it's a good part of what I do every day on my job.
Is it possible for Americans to change their identity?
I think if you consider yourself a true American and you're proud to live in this country and you want to pursue those opportunities, I don't think it's possible to change your American identity.
Have you ever felt a loss of identity? Of American identity?
I don't think so. I think I've always had a pretty strong sense of my American identity and identifying with the country that we live in. I don't think I've ever had a loss of that identity or felt a loss. Even when we've gone through some tough times, I don't think I've ever suffered a loss of American identity.
Is there any more you'd like to add on to your cultural heritage?
Well, like I said, my cultural heritage comes from mostly Northern European backgrounds, several of them. We've been in this country mostly for a while, at least 100 years.